Hello students, welcome to my channel Engineers Academy. Kindly subscribe my channel for the solution of such more problems from Hibbeler Dynamics. Now we are going to solve this problem which says that the ball of mass m is guided along the vertical circular path and the path is defined by the theta function. R is a function of theta. Using the arm OA, if the arm has a constant angular velocity theta naught dot, determine the angle theta less than equal to 45 degrees at which the ball starts to leave the surface of the semi-cylinder. So we have to find that theta at which this ball leaves the contact with this semicircle surface. So at that particular instant the normal force will be equal to 0. So let's say that we are going to solve this problem by using the cylindrical coordinates. So let's say that this is our positive radial direction. This is my positive radial direction and the arm is rotating in the counterclockwise direction. So the positive theta direction is always acting perpendicular to R and it is acting in the increasing theta direction. So this is our positive theta direction. And the ball has its weight, so its weight is going to act vertically downward and that weight will be equal to its mass times g. And if I extend the line of action of this weight, so it is going to perpendicular with that horizontal line here, and this theta is perpendicular with this radial axis. So if the angle between the r axis and the horizontal is theta, then mg is making that same angle theta here as well. And the normal force at any arbitrary theta, the normal force will be acting along the radial direction. So this is that normal force. And if the radius of this semicircle is RC, if this is RC, then this is RC. And if we apply the Sines law, if I consider this O, P, and let's say this is C, if we consider this triangle, and if we apply Sines law, and if this angle is alpha, so then if I apply sine of alpha divided by the length of the opposite side, which is RC, so this will be equal to sine of theta, and the length of the opposite side is also RC. So RC will cancel out and we will be left with sine of alpha equals to sine of theta. This is only possible when alpha is equal to theta. So from this we can say that this angle is also theta. Now since the arm is going to apply the force on this ball of mass m, so let me draw that force which OA arm is applying. So let's say this is that force OA. So this particle will accelerate. So let's say that the acceleration in the radial direction is, let's say, AR, and the acceleration in the theta direction is, let's say, A theta. So for AR and theta, we have these two kinematics equation which involves the double derivative of R and the double derivative of theta. So we are given that R is equal to 2RC cos of theta. So now if I want to find the double derivative, I have to take two derivatives of this r with respect to time. So the first derivative of r with respect to time is r dot, and this will be 2rc, and the derivative of cos of theta is sine of theta minus sine of theta. And then we have to take the derivative of theta, since theta is also a function of time. So then that is theta dot. And similarly, if I take one another derivative with respect to time, so this will be r double dot, and this will be, we need to apply the product rule. We need to apply the product rule on these two. So then we will have sine of theta, and one other derivative of theta dot will become theta double dot plus theta dot, and the derivative of sine is cos of theta, and the derivative of theta is theta dot. So theta dot into theta dot will become theta dot square. And as we are given that the if the arm has an angular velocity, constant angular velocity, so theta dot is theta naught dot. So if this is constant, then this means that theta double dot is 0. So if theta double dot is 0, so this term is going to become 0. So we are left with minus 2rc theta dot square cos of theta. This is r double dot. And similarly, the r dot is equal to minus 2 RC sine of theta, and theta dot is theta naught dot. So we can find AR. So from this we can write that AR is R double dot. So R double dot is this. So I will write minus 2 RC theta dot square cos of theta minus R is 2 RC cos of theta into theta dot square. So theta dot is again theta naught. So I will write that this is theta naught square, and here theta dot is also theta naught. So this will become theta naught. Now if I rearrange this, so this is 2 RC theta, this is theta dot, so theta dot square. So these two are similar terms we can add up. So this is minus 4 RC, let me write that this is minus 4 RC theta naught dot square cos of theta. And similarly a theta, so a theta is R, so R is 2 RC cos of theta into theta double dot. So theta double dot is 0, so this term is going to become 0, and I will write plus 2, and R dot is this thing, which is minus 2 RC sine of theta and theta naught dot into theta dot. So theta dot is theta naught dot. So this will become 0, and this will become, let me write that this will become minus 4 RC and theta naught dot square. These two will multiply and we will be left with sine of theta. So this is a theta. Now if we apply the summation of forces along the normal direction equals to m, if we apply the summation of forces along the radial direction, so this is m a theta. So now if I resolve this n force into its components, it will have two components. One of its components is going to act in this direction, and this is the cos component, this is n cos of theta. But at the instant when this particle is just going to leave the contact with the surface, this n will be equal to 0. So let's remove this n and its components. So n is not existing at that particular instant, since we are going to find that theta. So now we are only left with this weight and this FOA. So if I resolve this weight into its components, we will have one component of the weight in the negative radial direction like this. So this is mg sine of theta, and here we will have the cos component. This is mg cos of theta. So now if I apply the summation of forces along R, so we have this mg sine of theta component in the negative R direction. So I will write minus mg sine of theta, and this will be equal to mass. This is the summation of forces along R, so this is not a theta, this is AR, right? So AR is minus 4 RC theta naught dot square cos of theta. So minus sign will cancel out, mass will cancel out. So we will be left with G sine of theta equals to 4 RC theta naught dot square cos of theta. And if I divide both sides by cos of theta, so cos of theta will be cancelled out, and now if I divide both sides by G, so this sine theta divided by cos theta is tan theta. So this is 4 RC theta naught dot square divided by G, and that theta at which this ball will lose the contact with the surface of that semicircle. So then we can write that theta will be equal to tan inverse 4 RC theta naught dot square divided by G. So now for any given values of RC, theta naught dot and G, we can find that theta at which the ball is going to leave the contact with the surface. So this is the solution of this particular problem. Kindly subscribe my channel if it helps in your learning. Also like this video if you people want me to solve such more problems from Hibbeler Dynamics.